everybody, it's Alana from Color Serenity. So the new Super Mario Galaxy movie is coming out, and I am sure a lot of kiddos in your life are really excited for that movie. I bet you 1001% lots of kids are going to ask for Mario themed face paint designs. I'm just going to show you the simplest little Mario and Luigi hat design with some added elements that might make it a little more fun. So first we're going to do our basic Mario hat, and then we're going to do our Luigi hat. I'm gonna get all ready for you, and we're gonna take this step by step. Here we go!
Here we go. Hair out of the face and all ready for face paint. Grab a small to medium flat brush and red face paint to draw out your Mario cap. Paint out the shape of your cap with wide strokes, making sure to leave room in the middle for your M label. Then paint the shape of the brim of the hat just above the eyebrows. You can use a slightly smaller brush to paint out the M. The font of the M is a bit blocky, so make it as big as you can without touching the edges, as long as it is legible. Then you can take a similar size brush and fill in with the white face paint. I did this a little backwards because I want to paint the M first, just so I can make sure I'm not mixing the paints too much. I will show the opposite way to do this part when I paint the Luigi hat design. Then you take your black face paint to outline the hat, M label, and the M. I'm using a Blazon Brush Round No. 3 brush by Marcella Bustamante and Tag Body Art paint in black. Then you can take the same brush and design your mustache. Mario's mustache is smooth on the top, but then shapes out into 3 dips, or divots as I'll call them, just below. Depending on how much face real estate you have, try to make it as thick as you can without going over the lips, or sinking too low so they look like the pizza chef from Chuck E. Cheese. You can use the smile line as a guide to paint the second divot if that works for you. You can paint it upwards to make it more animated looking, but be careful not to spike it too much at the end. Then you start getting a Wario or Waluigi mustache, and then you have a problem. But that might be fun to show you next. Anyone want a Wario tutorial? Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's get on with highlighting now. Take that same liner brush and start highlighting with your white. Tag white is what I like to use. And start highlighting your mustache. You don't have to do each section, but I think it helps it pop a little and gives it more dimension. Same principle for the hat on top. Give your cap some highlights, enough to give it some dimension. You can even highlight the brim of the hat, though if I could do it again, I'd highlight the top of the cap and decrease the line on each side just so the brim looks more turned up like a normal cap. And you can definitely stop here if you are happy with the design, but I'll show you some extra design elements if you have the time and real estate to add them. First, let's add Mario's prize yellow star, or Starman, an iconic part of the Mario universe. It adds a great pop of color, and yellow always brightens up a design. Starman is not too pointy. Make sure to round the line slightly and add a rounder edge to the end of the star. You can take your liner brush first with some black to add 2 small lines for its eyes. And then start outlining the star. And if you have mastered your stars, add one to the other side. The other option for an extra element is to add some glitter. Spread some blue glitter on either side of the hat. And one more thing you can add with or without these extra design elements is some little white stars with your white face paint and a liner brush. Put some little white sparkles and press on some little white dots. And there you have it, your Mario cap design. Now let's move on to our Luigi cap design. We are going to use the same brush as our Mario design, except we are going to fill out the white section first and then paint around it. This way we can use it as a sort of center marker to help guide the rest of the cap. We are then going to use a dark green color to create our cap shape, adjusting the size of the white part if needed. Remember to create the brim below, sticking out of the edges a little. Then you can take your same brush and just press the edge of your brush in the middle of the white area vertically and then horizontally to create your L. Take your liner brush and we're going to outline the cap in black, and then outline our label and of course the L. With the cap done, you can move on to the mustache. However, I got a little excited about this extra design element and decided to paint it out first. Get ready, we are adding Yoshi eggs. Get some white paint with a liner brush to paint out an egg or oval shape on either side of the face. And then we are going to add some swirls and little dots. These extra white details are totally up to you. Then of course, let's highlight our Luigi hat while we're at it. Not to worry, mustache is coming. Grab the same dark green color as your Luigi hat and a small brush, or reuse your liner brush to start filling in the eggs with 3 green spots that are diagonal from one another. You don't want them to take up the whole egg. When that's done, line the eggs with black so they pop. I'm adding some black to the white spots just to add some dimension and color. Then I'm adding the green in with a liner brush on those swirls. Now let's get to that mustache. I'm using my liner brush to paint on the black more smoothly than I did with the Mario mustache. Luigi's mustache is much straighter on the bottom and smoother, and pointed upwards a little bit more than Mario's mustache. I got creative again and decided to add some clouds on the cheeks before highlighting my mustache. Using a petal brush, or you can use any kind of small blending brush to paint out some white clouds. This is just if you want to add multiple elements from the world of Mario. Now for the mustache highlights. When adding highlights to your mustache, they are a little bit more muted, and I like to just add them to the middle of the mustache above the center of the mouth. And then add teeny tiny highlights toward the edge. Don't forget those last white shimmers to finish off your work. I'm adding a bunch, because why not? And your Luigi is finished. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope these have inspired you to begin practicing your Mario and Luigi designs.
If you like what you're watching, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, hit that notification bell for more updates. I can't wait to show you so much more face painting magic. Bye!